have those abilities brought forth on any problem and to use as a group to creatively solve any problem. So the organization, while it's set up into what appears to be a hierarchical structure, because you'll see councils and groups and liaisons, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, the basis of how it really works and how it really operates is based upon what we just talked about very briefly, which is this fluid group dynamics. So people are constantly rising to the top of this hierarchy if they are expert in certain areas, if that's a problem, so that it can be creatively solved and looked at. And once that is done, they then go back to being this part of the support group, and then those people that are more expert, have more talent in that particular area, then take to the fore. So the whole process is about encouraging everybody to become all they're fully potentialized to be and honoring that talent by having them at certain times be in charge of doing those things that are required in order to creatively solve any problems or any difficulties or any things that are on the agenda.
Well, Sheldan, we do have a question from you from the chat room. Max Light is with us, and Max Light says the golden race is soon to emerge. Could you tell us what the golden race is?
The golden race? I never heard that one.
It says, can you ask Sheldan about his thoughts on Blossom Goodchild?
She is who she is, and that's what we just have to accept her as. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't understand.
Who, first of all, is Blossom Goodchild?
She's a lady from Australia who is a channel and came up with this particular channeling from her people, and that's gone all over the internet like mad for the last, I guess, 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Well, I want to go back a little bit. I want to step back in time. Why is it now that the Galactic Federation chose to come and to make itself known to us? Why not in the 70s when we had a terrible civil rights struggle going on? Why is this important? Why is this point in time important for us?
Okay, well, this particular time is important for 2 reasons. First of all, they've been working toward different levels of awareness, and the Civil Rights Movement is an example of that. So they reach a critical mass, and we are now reaching that point because of all the changes that have been happening here. Ever since the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, there's been a vast increase in the amount of people that are waking up as a result of all that's going on, like we just described there, the Civil Rights Movement. There's also a very deep change going on in humanity about the whole concept of what is going on with ourselves, who are we, and a greater awareness that we are more than what this civilization and, you might say, conventional wisdom is constantly telling people it is. There's been this great increase in a spiritual nature of who and what we are. As this has happened, it's reached a level of mass, especially after the harmonic conversion in 1987, and moved forward. And so now it has been adjudged by the divine that the time has come for the next level to begin, which leads at its end to first contact. And so we're now in that particular period where this level of change, this great consciousness shift, as many people have called it, is about to happen. So we're actually at the edge of it. And they said before this all would happen, there would be increasing levels of chaos, which, of course, in the last 5 to 6 years, we have seen the levels of chaos increasing around the planet on tremendous levels.
Yes, yes.
You are listening to Blog Talk Radio. This is One Moment in Time. As you know, this must be the 2nd or the 4th Saturday of the month because that's when we come to you. I'm here. My name is Isamira Woods, and I am with my co-hosts, Dr. Wayne Robinson and Reverend Julia Green, and we are honored to have with us today, absolutely honored to have Sheldan Nidle with us, and all of you who are on the chat line. The chat board, Sheldan is going crazy, so I'm trying to handle that and do this at the same time. Tell me this, are there aliens here now?
Basically, on this planet for centuries, there has been a mission of members of the Galactic Federation whose basic purpose is to be among us, observe us, see what's going on, and to help in little ways to make this world a little bit better. But the job is not to massively interfere until we get to first contact. Their job is just to do those things that are necessary for us to be able to continue forward and work on getting the shift happening. And one of the things that they have been doing is adding to our energies. Whenever we pray and meditate, whenever we work spiritually, do ritual, they add their energies to what we're doing and allow that energy to go to higher and higher levels, and also allows our awareness to move forward. And so their job has been to observe us and to help us move forward toward the level where this great shift could really gain momentum, which is where we're at right now.
Tell me this. Is there any truth to Star Trek?
Star Trek has a lot in it that is true as far as its basic premises. Gene Roddenberry, after the first series in the 1970s especially, spent a lot of times with very excellent channels that were talking about Sirius and what the Sirian civilization was about, and really what the future of this planet was about. And he attempted in Next Generation especially to portray some of that in terms of where the humans were at. In other words, there was complete racial equality. There was no worries about economy as we know it today. Money wasn't important. Everybody worked according to their full potential, etc. He was trying to explain that this was a world that had become one in which your potential of who you are and your talents was basically what you were able to do. And so he wanted to create that world and do it in a way that would allow some drama within it so it could become a successful TV series. So there are the basic premises behind Star Trek, especially the Next Generation, that are based upon what he learned in these channelings.
Okay. Good morning. You're listening to Blog Talk Radio. This is One Moment in Time. I tell you, Sheldon, the chat room is blowing up. We have 28 users, Dr. Robinson and Reverend Julia, at this moment. And I would just like to take an opportunity to say good morning to James Woods, my brother, who is on the line. Sheldon, he sends you the best. He thanked you very much for coming forward with this information, because it's about time that people know what the real truth is here on Earth. And I do believe that we have the Blossom Child here. I'm not going to say no more than that, but it just seems as though that we have that. Tell us, Sheldon, are there people from the Galactic Federation currently working with our government?
Well, they're advising the government. They're not really working with it. This present government, except for certain sections of it which are below the top levels, is not really all that cooperative.
They're on another mission.
It's unfortunate that there are certain things going on within this reality to change the present way in which this government and a few other people with similar policies operate. We have to understand that there is a great change going on and that it's very close to happening, and that with this change, what we see around us is going to be shockingly and wonderfully different. And every day I wake up waiting for it, and I know it gets closer. So I have a little bit of a frustration about that, but I know that everything is in divine right time, so you just have to sit there and understand that the whole process is going on in what is ever the divine right time for it to occur.
We have a question from the chat room. Someone wants to know, is Obama going to be president, and what is his relationship to the Galactic Federation?
Well, my personal feelings is that he will be, and I'll welcome it, but the whole process of what they are doing with this is under wraps, so I don't really know that much. They keep me not that involved in things that are about the government and et cetera. So all I know is that, and whatever his relationships are, it's on a personal matter. And so we'll find out as that you might say, because I have a feeling he is to be elected, and when his administration begins, we'll see how that all works itself out and what the interrelationship on a personal level between him and them is. That's all I can really say.
What do they think about us as humans here on Earth?
Well, they feel that we're people of great potential and wonderful spiritual essence that has to come out, and that we are still in the primitive limited conscious stage, but we are moving forward. And there's all kinds of changes happening to us. You know, our guardian angelics that are around us, our body guardians, et cetera, that take care of us whenever health distresses happen or any other difficulties happen, are busily working with other angelics in the divine, making sure that the whole process of how we change happens. And what this is we're getting new chakras or energy centers where our meridian systems that are kind of dormant right now are getting to be fully activated. Our RNA, DNA is changing from the double helix to 3 strands and beyond. So what is happening is we know that we're changing. People can feel it. They'll feel fatigue. They'll feel headaches. They'll feel sudden changes in their body.